eminent alumni. Also chairman of the KNUST University Council and member Council of State. I like one thing about my president, he's a man of records. And every time we get here, he's my producer. He does it so well, Your Excellency, I'm grateful to you. For these meritorious services, the Republic of Ghana is proud to confer on you membership of the Star of Ghana.
Other lucky recipients of the 2007 Order of the Star of Ghana were the Chief Justice of Ghana, Her Ladyship, Mrs. Georgina Theodora Wood, and Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Paul Akwa.
If you see great chiefs like this, why do people still run away from being called to chieftaincy? There must be something good in there.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I deem it a privilege and indeed a great honor to be called upon to speak on behalf of my fellow National Awards recipients. I should like, first of all, to express a profound gratitude to God for the gift of life and for his abundant mercies which have brought us this far. We wish also to express our heartfelt appreciation to you, our illustrious President. And your government for recognizing our individual efforts and celebrating them today with such pomp and circumstance. It is our expectation that as a nation we shall continue to strive towards creating a national environment that nurtures creativity, rewards risk, and encourages excellence. We are indeed humbled, Mr. President, by these honors and trust that they will motivate us to continue serving our country with greater zeal. We are also justifiably proud to be honored in the glorious year of our Golden Jubilee as a nation. It is our hope and prayer, Mr. President, that the noble intentions which moved you to institutionalize this annual National Awards ceremony may serve as a challenge to all Ghanaians to pursue excellence in whatever field of human endeavor they may find themselves in, and to work more diligently to build a prosperous and happy nation. Over the years, some of the nation's finest men and women have walked up to the podium to receive similar honors. We humbly suggest, Your Excellency the President, that the deeds of such distinguished citizens and others to follow be chronicled and studied by the youth of our country in our institutions. This will surely serve as an inspiration to them. 50 years after independence, it is only fitting and proper that we immortalize the contributions of our own heroes. On behalf of my colleagues, we dedicate these awards to God, our families and friends, and to all whose contributions have made it possible for our being honored today. In conclusion, let me thank you once again, Mr. President, for this great honor, which we shall surely cherish forever. Long live Ghana. May the good Lord bless us all.
Nana Aiko Muniyo. In many instances, a chief's structure, dignity, and respect is judged by his palace. No wonder that Otuo Siriboe 1907 to 1933 left behind a palace designed and built by Italian architects and contractors. Otuo Siriboe II recognized the need for a more functional and multi-purpose structure, and therefore, in consultation with his elders, decided to expand and renovate the existing palace. The new palace was begun in July 2008 and completed in September 2009. It was funded from Nana's own private resources. For the first time in the history of Juaben, Nana only accepted voluntary contributions from his people.
Sabi, aba seminya adwen semesi ahemfie. Yabenfo ya nya obia kapre. Otumfo ada Roma. Aba siesi ahemfie. Da bia ehia ankomo edikai otuo na me fie na tisɛn. Won ka sɛ wa ahemfie, o se me fie no tisɛn. De wo kan sɛ aboa no de ntakra ana ekase. Nti sɛ me si ahemfie wo ha. Na ye wa wo fie, unya ketwa. Unya hoho a wo se do on beba ha. Ye call Morocco. Ya yes ahwe e wo mo Nkrumah kasiem na ofra me say otuo wen mo hwe pillar na si ho no ohun say de si sofa da chi wasi ahemfie no usi a ma pillar no anya say Morocco ahemfie pillar yi enti Juaben for pillar no asoso a otumfo no mama dwen say Juaben ahemfie pillar no ma anya kase mo say ma otumfo.
The new palace comprises a suite for the Juabenhene, offices of the Juabenhene, elders' common room, 5 rooms for the traditional council, a conference room, 4 separate reception halls for dignitaries, a large double-volume patio with a seating capacity of about 1,000 people, visitors' apartment and garages. The beauty of an edifice such as a palace can be judged from 3 angles: the exterior, the interior, decoration and furnishing, or both. The new Adakwa Yiadom Osehwede Palace of Asante Juaben, occupied by Otuo Siriboe II, claims both. The preference of the people of Juaben for quality has never been in doubt throughout their history. The beautifully crafted, unique and luxurious interior decoration and furnishing of this palace adds to its beauty and aesthetic value. A palace belongs to the Oman and the general public, and people from all walks of life have an opportunity to visit it. Furnishing such an edifice, therefore, might have posed a difficult task to Nana. But Nana knows that quality is always essential, whatever the price. And Otuo Siriboe did not compromise on quality. Indeed, decorating is an art, and furniture is a way of showing a person's taste. The ideal height of 75 centimeters, for instance, is to make it convenient and comfortable to sit and enjoy a good meal. In decorating, it is permissible to break all other rules. The final judge, as any decorator worth his salt knows, is not the logic of the mind, but the logic of the eye. The result may be an uncomfortable room, but undeniably beautiful. Therefore, it is important to satisfy one's taste because nothing is ever out of taste. A Durbar was held in honor of Otuo Siriboe II, who had agreed to officially inaugurate the palace. Indeed, Nana had conferred with Otuo the Asantehene, who had charged him to construct a new palace to coincide with his 40th year anniversary. Otuo Siriboe II, the Asantehene, before inaugurating the palace, commended Nana Otuo Siriboe for a good job done. The overlord of the Asante Kingdom graciously cut the tape to inaugurate the new Juaben Palace. After 40 years on the Osei Shidie Adakwa Yadom stool, the 26-year-old engineer has grown in structure, wisdom and perhaps material wealth as well. If Nana had refused to celebrate his 4 decades on the stool, the people of Juaben would have taken it upon themselves to celebrate. Nana, however, could not celebrate his 40th year of installation without remembering his uncle Nana Yao Sapon, whom he succeeded. A church service was therefore organized to mark the 40th year of the death of the great chief, Nana Yao Sapon, as the first literate or educated Omanhene of Juaben stool on 3 separate occasions in his 38 years on the stool. Apart from what he did for Juabenman, his contributions to Asanteman was without blemish. He represented Asanteman at a committee whose work led to the promulgation of the 1946 Burns Constitution. No wonder Nana, tapping from the wisdom of his uncle, had the singular honor of representing the Ashanti region under the umbrella of the Regional House of Chiefs at both Constituent Assembly of 1979 and the Consultative Assembly of 1991 to 1992, culminating in the promulgation of the 1979 and 1992 constitutions. Nana Yao Sapon, Wetwa Sapa. Gone are the days when the history of Asante was passed on verbally. Juaben is one particular traditional area which did not shy away from the white man's school when the Christian churches brought their schools. The royals, indeed starting from Nana Yao Sapon, embraced education. The current occupant of the stool, Nana Otuo Siriboe II, is an engineer. It therefore came as no surprise when celebrating his 40th year as Omanhene, a book covering the history of Juaben was launched. Otuo Siriboe II consented to write the foreword of this important book. The book launch attracted great personalities including the former President J.A. Kufuor and other dignitaries.
A former schoolmate at the Achimota School and a distinguished personality, Dr. Joyce Ayi, launched the book.
na yenyina yenyamwa na yen top enwoma ne bi enwoma ya ade bia eboa yen ama yetintim enya abakosamo pe nanso enwuma etitire ni akese a yetumi aye sane be ya nchirima nso ba wo manya bi ahweso na omo de abo wo mo bra enti ni ameka ne se minim se muyina mo no beye adwene ba ko se ye manana Otuo Siriboe ye manamo se odi ni mfie aduanan yi ye nhia sei enkoa na mom ye wo biribia ye bekura wo ye nsam a ye de bekai nia onyankopon afa ne so ayama Juabenhene Nana Otuo Siriboe II, Omanhene of Juaben Asante, an exemplar of the modern traditional ruler. So this book is duly launched.
Nana expressed his view at the launch.
Otumfo sangomai uso she nkran say entro na emfa hye na ehu se nchiba no so ba de ye no sabe de mani ne kate manpro no nya na fiti ka kire enso say de tika kire no computer ni email abai wan fa ntokrata so a asum no sabe entumi enye say de sitie te oda ma ye da wase wa futupa wo de man wo ba di Asantehene fie dumienu nie wonya ye mu da anopa awia anwumre ba bia be ko bia so tuo bramienko eye animonyam a sabe emamenko ame so eba Juabenhene nyina yeso ti aseda de oda ma yentumi enna wase onti ne for da sebre ye da wase a ye be bre.
Some dignitaries expressed their views about the book.
I'm most grateful to Nana for the relevant and valuable pieces of information, some of them rare and highly insightful, that he provided from his private archives. They considerably reduced the tedium of research. I'm equally grateful for the great interest he showed in the progress of the manuscript and for the time he spent helping to proofread it. In writing this book, my aim was to interrogate Nana's leadership in the wider historical context of Asante and to lend a fresh perspective to the continuing debate on the relevance of chieftaincy in contemporary Ghana.
Just to celebrate and launch your book, what you have achieved. With the permission of Otumfo, with our humble self, we'll be giving you a token with $25,000 US to launch the file book.
Achame wo se nyame ne yeda na se na me nua ketua yi wo hwe Juabenhene so amame afutuo ni bibiara e wo so no de mame nam so de mano bia yeguso ayeyo wo ye sitie nti wo ka bibia wo te ase wo fa ono nso bibi no obeda adwen ho a onso de somasoma adwendwen ho ma ne yeye krata no de makenkan ma wie nti mahu se no anu no.
Birthdays are significant milestones in an individual's life and a cause for celebration by family, friends, and of course, the celebrants themselves. And when on September the 21st, Nana Otuo Siriboe looked back 40 years to the age of 26 when he ascended the Juaben stool, he had every reason to thank his maker for guiding his steps. So, Nana, the elders and people of Juaben gathered to commemorate this special day. Birthday cakes have been an integral part of birthday celebrations since the middle of the 19th century. The birthday cake has become a symbol of celebration. This marks the start of the new year in a person's life, and the cake is an extra element of the festivity. It is the wish of the people of Juaben, Asanteman, and indeed all Ghanaians that the Almighty God gives Nana many more years to lead his people.
Although a 40th year anniversary does not last 40 years, there is still enough room to cater for the children of Juaben Traditional Area. Children of the area were eagerly waiting for their invitation cards, and Nana Otuo Siriboe happily made them available to them. Their get-together was a memorable one. They are still eagerly waiting for the 50th year anniversary celebration.
Fireworks add spice to important events in life, such as anniversaries.
say you bishop na ochechi awon about now
Asanteman and Ghana, Mama Suya, and